Taurus, sun that's playing for you is hard to choose one. Alright, so look, whether you invested in a situation and you gotta make a decision, but it's hard for you to make a decision. You got two options, two of swords type situation. You presented with the offer, or you presented with the decision. You can take the left hand path or the right hand path. What you gonna do? Take the right road. Right road may not be the right road. Right road may not be the high road, but you can take that direction. Or you could just take the left road. Take a whole different route. Maybe some you ain't ever done before, maybe some you, so it's like familiarity or something different. Something you ain't never experienced before. You're in conflict right now. Trying to find the love. So you may feel left out of a situation, or you just feel separated from your environment. You're in a sunken place internally, mentally. You're present, but you're not present. See, look, you're not working on what you should be working on, because it's like you've been separated from something. You've been taken out the game in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's because it's how you expressed yourself or what you invested in. It's like whether what you invested in you no longer want to invest in, what you're a part of you no longer want to be a part of, but you're still a part of it. So since you're still a part of it, you're cold in that space. You're in a sunken place. You're there, but you're not there. You feel like you can't think or just move here. There's no progression here. There's no growth here. So now you feel like it's hard to choose. Should I continue to stay cold? Should I continue to stay here? Should I continue to work in a space that I'm not working in? Should I continue to invest in a space that's not for me? Or should I just express myself and express how I feel in another manner and just go on a different path? In the past, you may have made the decision not to walk away from something you knew you should have walked away from, that you were emotionally connected to. And since you chose not to when you knew you should, or when you knew it was time to, now you feel isolated and or cold in that space. It's like you may not have physically walked away when you were presented the opportunity to walk away from whatever you are invested in, relationship, idea, mentality, job, form of expression, but it's like your spirit separated. You may not have physically separated from whatever you're involved in, but your spirit has left the door, so you're no longer there. It's like zombie mode right now. Yeah, look, you just thinking. You defensive. That's two cards. I ain't going to take it, but we going to look at it. You defensive regarding the situation. You thinking about something you invested in, because I'm telling you, in a sunken place. You're cold to your external world right now. You're cold to your environment because you're invested in something you don't want to work on, but you're still in it. You feel me? And because you're in it, because you're here, because you're still stuck in this place, look, you just looking at it. What song is this? When the sun goes down. See, so when nighttime comes, or whether we're talking third dimensional nighttime, when the sun goes down and you're in your bed, you can't stop thinking or feeling cold about what it is you're defensive towards. You feel me? The bad investment you made, or the bad investment you invested in. Or when the sun goes down, in the sense when you're left with your emotions. Look, I wasn't going to take these. Hold on, let me put those two back. I was just going to show them. Yeah, they fell out together. This is the second card. Someone may have if it's you versus someone outside of you, someone may have separated themselves from a situation or a space with you. It's like someone may have took the truth out of a situation with you and separated themselves in some way, shape, or form. And now you feel left out, or you feel cold, or you feel separated from whatever has separated from you, and that you're no longer working on. Or it's like this happened, because if I flip it, It's like someone might not have left, or someone might not have. It's like someone would have stayed. Whatever this is, apply this to your life as a goal. Don't let me tell you what you got going on. You know what you got going on. You feel me? But someone would have stayed if effort was put in on Taurus's behalf in some way, shape, or form. See, because it's like you weren't thinking lower of a space. You were investing in a space. Whether you were investing your ideas, your mentality, your time, focus, energy, and or money. And that was putting you in the, it was like, that was key. That would have kept someone in the space with you almost. It's like it would have kept someone from analyzing or becoming defensive, giving them the time to think about going in a different direction regarding the space with Taurus. But since there wasn't any action on Taurus's part, it's like now you gave someone this time to be defensive. You gave someone time to think about something, and they made the decision to take the truth and go in a different direction. And now you feel cold. You feel like you've been abandoned. You feel separated. And this is your karma for not taking action. The sun went down in your reality in some way, shape, or form. And now it's cold outside. Now Taurus is cold. Or if it's you versus you, what the hell? Okay. If it's you versus you, then you were put in the position where you had to, it's like you were forced to take the truth out of a situation. You were forced to see something. And then what you saw put you in the space to move on from a situation, whether you wanted to or not. So again, it's like if you're there, you're not working on it anymore. You're no longer invested. You're cold to this relationship, to this space you share with people, or to this job, because you already got the truth about it. You already know what's up. You feel me? And since you know what's up, the sun went down. You're no longer awake here. Wherever here is. Everything is hotter when the sun goes down. Yeah, all your emotions are hotter when the sun goes down. Look, put some burdens down. Look, if it's you versus someone outside of you, it's like someone outside of you put the burden down of holding on to the idea of sharing a space with Taurus, or investing in a situation with Taurus, or working on something with Taurus. See, once upon a time, someone may not have wanted to give something up with Taurus. What's that? Until judgment was called. And what was that judgment? Judgment brought the truth. And the truth made whoever or whatever you're dealing with put burdens down in regards to how they feel or invest or express themselves towards Taurus. And now they put them in the space to separate themselves from Taurus and to give it up. Because when someone or something wasn't giving it up, it was a burden to them. So now it's like, all right, give it up. Now Taurus feels left out. Taurus feels separated. Taurus is unplugged from Taurus's experience and or reality, because Taurus has fallen in some way, shape, or form. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with card. Fresh for everyone. At CarMax, you can shop on the lot or shop online. Yeah, look. If it's you, it's not. It's like you didn't want to walk away from something. But now it's like you have to walk away from something. Or you don't, if it's you versus someone outside of you walked away from you that you didn't, and it's like you didn't want to walk away from someone though, or you didn't want to leave this space, this emotional space. You wanted to continue to invest in this space, but for some reason you can't, but you don't, it's like you don't want to let it go though, whatever it is. Hey man, I'm telling you, it's like you don't want to walk away. You don't want to separate in some way, shape, or form. I just seen Temperance, the Devil, and Two of Coins on the bottom now. It was Temperance on the bottom first, then the Devil on the bottom, then the Two of Coins on the bottom. It's like you want to bring balance to a situation that you feel left out from because someone has left or moved on from a space with you. You know what you got going on, Taurus. Don't let me tell you what you got going on. Yeah, look. If it's your defensive, then you're defensive. You don't want to walk. If it's you versus someone outside of you, then you don't want to walk away from someone that's defensive towards you. Someone may have walked away from a space with Taurus, and now they're defensive towards Taurus. But it's like you don't want this to end. You feel left out from this space because you can no longer work on it, and you want to work on it. You want to invest in it. But look how you invested in it previously. When you were investing in it previously or in the past, you were giving someone a lower piece of your expression or the lower part of your mind. So whether you were trying to control or just manipulate something, or you just weren't thinking highly of something, so how you expressed yourself was always from a negative space. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. You know what you went through. Regardless, someone is defensive towards you and you don't want someone to be defensive towards you. Someone may be removing themselves from a space with you and you don't want them to remove themselves from a space with you. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. Or you feel cold in a space and it's like you want to walk away from that space and put the burdens down, but you can't walk away for some reason. So you're just defensive towards the people in that space now, thus putting you in a state of being cold. You're cold because you no longer want to invest your time and energy here. You want to walk away. You know you can get the truth and walk away and put the burdens down, but for some reason you're not getting the truth and just walking away. For some reason you're not leaving. You're still invested. You're still holding on. You're still staying here. You're still staying at that job. You're still staying in the relationship. You're just defensive and cold, or you just feel cold because you no longer want to work here. You no longer want to be here, but you're still there, which is the confusing part. But again, put your foot in the shoe that fits you. I'm a fuck with you.